All right, welcome to Superfly. I'm Chris, and we have tons of cockpits. Let's start with the Advance. This is one of the fan favorites. The distinctive features of it are that it'll reduce in size quite easily without any fanfare. Easy access in flight, nice cover that comes over the top to guard your instruments during travel. Magnets all around that make you feel the overall fit and finish from the Advance product, and then reviews are that it is really easy to orient in such a way that you can see the dashboard. That seems to be a big variable. Moving right along, we have the standard Soup Air cockpit. This one's a favorite for people who want one that's kind of low profile, light and thin. At the very same time, it has a big volume. You could even put water ballast in it, and it has provisions for jettisoning the water ballast out the side. Again, you can cover your instruments for travel, and there's lots of provisions for connecting to your waist strap so that you can get a good angle, and then obviously tethers for your various instruments. That one comes in at $86. Meanwhile, the Advance one is at $130. So you're gonna find that these cockpits vary in price from around $80 to $150 for some of the others. This is the Cockpit Lite. This is a fan favorite among people who like, again, provisions for tethers, provisions for the waist strap. You can get this one at a good angle. Some people just go right to it because they just see that it's the lightest, thinnest one that is available. And that one comes in at $75, so that's a good price point. Moving on to the Gin product. This is the 10-liter Gin Race Flight Deck. And this one has all the bells and whistles in the world. People who want to do 10 liters of water ballast, you combine this with an MSR dromedary bag, and you're going to be able to add 10 liters, 20 pounds approximately. That can really change the way that your glider flies, and so that's a nice feature. It's also cool that if you decide that you don't want to have a big ballast container, then you can easily reduce this by just connecting this zipper. And then all of a sudden, what was a huge 10-liter ballast bag is now a reasonably tidy, kind of small, low-profile 10-liter with a lot of real estate on top for all of the Vario, phone, InReach, compass, everything you could possibly want. One nice feature of this is you can take the instruments with you when you want to charge them, leave this in the backpack, put this on the dash, get used to your instruments, charge them, download flights, you name it. Easily goes back into position with Velcro. Naturally, all the provisions for tethers, charging, water ballast, jettisoning, protecting the instruments during travel, also presents at a good angle. This one also comes in a 5-liter, still good for water ballast. It'll fit around 2 items, not so much 3 like this one. That's also very popular. They're the same price, $125. Finally, we've got the Cortel Safe. And so this one speaks to the elephant in the room, which is that in the business, people will walk around and they'll have the flight deck hanging like this. And the phone's on there and maybe it's falling off and it's kind of making them mad. And then they pull up the other side and they say, darn it, I'm just gonna connect this thing. And they connect it and then they forget everything. So this is caution for anyone who uses a cockpit or a front mount container. Don't just hook up the front mount container, don't just hook up the cockpit. Make sure you do your leg straps first. I tell people you need to connect the 2 sides of it over here if you're tired of it dangling. Now, Cortel's gotten ahead of the game. They got all the features in the world, place to grab your gloves quick or your candy bars, in flight, guard for the instruments, access for the battery cable, etc. Good on the angle, but they also build in a safety system. So a little bit tough to imagine, but this part right here attaches to your leg strap. It comes up, obviously this side connects in the traditional manner, but you can't close up this one without using this part that's connected to your leg strap. In doing so, it makes a safety system. So it makes it so you could never fall out of your harness. If you have the flight deck connected on this side and you do it in the Cortel special way, then you also have at least one leg strap and there's no way you could possibly fall out. So cheers to Cortel for coming up with that. That's quite clever. This one comes in at $180, a lot of safety and a lot of features, a lot of attention to detail. The only other thing that's worth mentioning is that whether it's because of SIV or because of hike and fly or because of paramotor, a lot of people will have a flight deck and then think to themselves, darn it, I should just have a reserve in here. And so next time we'll talk about rescue cockpits, meaning front containers that also have some dashboard area, and we'll see you next time.